The U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C., from this vantage point, looks like nothing different. It's just your average run-of-the-mill Capitol, but if you look down here, you'll notice something's different about it. If we go inside, there's an interior. Portraits are in progress. Here's an office. Another office. A waiting room. There's supposed to be a conference room somewhere. The architect, or chief of the Capitol Police. Nothing is here. This is the archivists. And then there's me. Good afternoon and welcome to FTN News. We are going to bring you the live Senate session in just a few minutes, which is not happening here, I should add. It's happening at D.C. City Hall, where there will be another session tomorrow. But I thought we'd take a look at it because, well, it's part of the latest update. There are some other things too, including the session itself, some inspections that happened earlier today. We'll show you photos later on in tonight's newscast. You dive down here, there's a crane, which means that these studios are being renovated. I hope that we'll get to use them, and I do ask the GMs if I could help out with that, you know? I can design sets. And from this angle, which we thank GMs for giving us, you'll notice an active Capitol, an active DC City Hall, with police galore, Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, who's failed immigration, and this is here. You look in it, nothing has changed. What's this? Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Senators are assembling. I gave myself a bad haircut, and I gotta go fix it. So I hope this session is quick. If not, we'll cut the stream early. So you may not get all the session, and you may get interrupted by a phone call. You will not hear that phone call. The audience, and those in the gallery, apparently R15 supported. Although I'm not sure since when. It gets very cold in the basement. Another live look as the sun is setting on another DC day. From this angle, you'll be able to view quite a bit, in all honesty. Wall Street's construction is advancing. You can see the White House from here. A car rapidly speeding. Nice camera work by all involved. Where that car is since parked. More construction cones. And the blinding of the sun. A USCP car rushing towards here as gunshots ring out inside. So I think it's high time we go inside and see what's going on. The senators have all assembled. There's, I think, one is absent. Jake is still a senator, but I haven't seen him in the Senate session. I might ask him why. Is he busy? We'll have to wait and see. Senator Okeski, who won first place, I believe, in one of his recent elections. Holding arms, bearing arms, I should say. Saying he's always got it on him. Senator Chexberger says we're all ready. As graffiti lines the lines of City Hall. It is now 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern, and the Senate has come to order. I should probably mute that. You'll notice I'm not in the building. I am back at the Capitol. Senator Chex will do the attendance, followed by the pledge, although I'm not sure where's the flag. Distinguished guests on the floor. Mayor Day Sin, Deputy Mayor Kolaski LL, Group Staff, City Councilor, the Chief Justice, Group Management, George is not here, wow. Sweet Loretta. You can see so much on this angle. Of a car bomb. Explodes. Outside, gunfights outside. There is a reason why we are not here. And at the safety of the Capitol. Thanks to the generosity of the Capitol, I should add. Not trying to sound like the Hunger Games. This is not Pan Am, at least yet. I don't know if sea level rise is going to get that far, but... sea level rise. With that being said... attendance has been taken. Quorum has been met. The pledge is now being recited. Although there is no flag to pledge allegiance to. As someone gets shot. as we await the session to actually get started. It just got started. As Senate Majority Leader JSJS motions to enter the executive. There's a piece of car. No clips through here. Through the hall. Remember, the Illuminati enters. Executive business is now starting. But Senator cannot put votes down on the Trello. Trello is bad, according to the President Pro Tempore. We start with executive business, and I should add, there is quite a bit on the agenda tonight. Let's review it really quick. Is there a Senate agenda anywhere? It's somewhere up here. It is a stupid game, which is why I motion this say it in VC, which will be stored in NUSA for all eternity. There are 8, I understand, 36, 37, 38, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. There are 7 nominations on the executive. 2 of them, we understand, are for District Court Judge. The first one, Senate nomination 136, Luf Hetner for Judge on the District Court. You'll remember if you watched the last Senate stream, or you were at the last Senate session, that these nominees were tabled for so that they can have some sort of hearing. I am not sure if the hearing has taken place. All I do know is that they're probably going to vote on them. And Senator Okaski has to go now. They are doing a rolling vote on the nominees. Senator Chexberger's motion. Senate Majority Leader JS and the President Pro Tempore has seconded. Well, JS. As Okaski has to leave. Not sure what he has to do now, but it's apparently more important than a Lego game. So they're trying to fix that while we wait. Who's Talking with John of Doom? The new show coming soon on FTN. DM me if you'd like to be on the show. As Okaski's trying to get a proxy. Deputy Mayor offers it. Voting is taking place on a team private message. Ah, shoot. That just happened. I do deeply apologize. But it doesn't mean you get to see more of this beautiful streets. We no clip, and we return you to our regularly scheduled program in progress. People voted already. I do apologize for missing that. I do not know how it happened. Sergeant of Arms Zhang Jinping, who also serves on the district court as the clerk. The motion passes 8-1. So we have a new judge now, which I hope to swear in soon. We'd like to thank those who are watching. Nominee 137, Miss Longman for judge on the district court. To be clear, I have no idea who any of these people are. And I'm saying that coming from a judicial background, I have no idea who any of these people are. So it will be interesting to see how they work, essentially. Sweet Loretta woman, blah, 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 blah. I don't know the words. Seems like this nominee has failed. Passes 5-4. So the benches are going to be stacked. As Senator Accord tries to vote again. Well, there's another nominee, Alpha Centauri, to serve as district court judge. There is confusion now. This is zooming out. This is zooming in. So it seems like logmen will get revoted. Usually this means they'll fail. The motion is being reconsidered. Let's see how well this goes. Whip JT down ayes. JS, Majority Leader nays. As Senator Godson is confused on if this is just if this is reconsidering or the nominee itself. We're voting again. Senator Download ayes. Senator JJ nays. Senator Warrior ayes. Proxy Koala ayes on behalf of Ogeski. Senator Slapman nays. Senator Download, or Atlas, Senator Accord nays, my apologies. Senators Godsent and President Pro Tempore XD, all nays. Senator Chexberger fails. So on this vote, the ayes are yes. The ayes are 4. The nays are 6. 1 abstain. The nominee has failed. This Senate session is brought to you by FTN. FTN, because without this, NUSA history would not be preserved. Alpha is being considered for district court judge. JSJS nays. No, abstains, sorry. JSJS abstains. JT Dale nays. Cody Download ayes. JJ nays. Sword Fight on the Heights. Epic Warrior abstains. Koala ayes. Senator Slapman nays. Nays from Accord and Godsent. Emperor will nay. And Chexberger will abstain. So on the vote, the yeas are 2, the nays are 6, the abstains are 3. The motion is not adopted. So we are getting 1 new judge today. And whoever you are, come find me on the Discord, John of Doom. I will hopefully get you sworn in. It did. It blipping did. Incog Dead Sept NSA. JT nays. JSIs. Download eyes. JJIs. Epic eyes. Koala eyes. So this vote going better than the judges. Slapman eyes. Accord Godsent eyes. And XD eyes. Chexberger will abstain from the votes. And based on my counting, it seems like the nominee has passed. And which it does. Passes September 2001 with a vote of 911. Wow. This is more bipartisan. Danielle Robust for Deputy Director of the FBI. JT nays, JS abstains. JJ and Download eyes as gunshots ring in. In the gallery, Koala eyes, Warrior abstains. Slapman eyes. Accord eyes, Godsent eyes, Emperor XD eyes, and Chexberger will nay. Not nay. Oh, actually, he eyes. Okay. So it passes 8-1-2. And Murdy for Chief of Naval Operations. God sent will I. JT nays. JSJS ayes. JJC will, okay, I. Download will I. Warrior will I. Koala will I as well. And Ducks Flatman will also I. JT says that the dude resigned. That's why he said nay. God sent will I as well. Emperor XZ will I. Does anyone know if law prevents me from counting George vote? I do not know, but he says I. Berger abstains, as per usual. Except for that one vote. Passes with 9 votes in the affirmative, 1 nay, 1 abstain. Twin beds. YouTube is so sensitive nowadays. As God sent, we'll take to the floor. For whoever this nominee is, I'm not sure. There is a motion to debate. Let me see if I can find it. I believe this is on... (103.15) for Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force. George Godsent will kick off by saying, okay, I don't usually do this, but I feel the need to do so. 103, despite his known temper, revived USCP from the dead. Guy with a bunch of numbers for Vice Chief of the Air Force. And he will make USM relevant again, or rather the Air Force. I urge I yield. The Air Force. The Chair Force. Nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. Who we should mention, if he passes, there is a opening for magistrate judge. Contact this guy right here with a bunch of your work. JS motions the vote. Checks calls him guy who abandoned USCP and took off with all the documents. JT, let's see, is that JT? Okay. JT and JS nays. Cody abstains. JJ eyes as gunshots ring out. Just outside. Koala nays. Epic abstains. Duck abstains. George will I. Accord is asleep. Walking the dog. I. Okay, he was getting his dinner. So he eyes. XD nays. I don't know if you can see this, so I'm just going to try to... Someone who was on the Capitol Police Board who had to deal with this, I nay. Checks does that, not me. I do not vote. Fails 3, 5, 3. And the last one. RAID 3D for DepSec HLS. JJ abstains, JT nays, JJ eyes, download eyes, Warrior abstains, Koala eyes, Slapman eyes, Accord eyes, Godsent eyes, XD eyes, Checksburger will eye. So it passes 812, so we don't get the funny number. But and we're done with the executive. Let's go. One step closer to coming home. Okay, we have the legislative. We have a bunch of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 things. All but 4 will come from the House. I, for one, am excited to see the vote on H.R. 22, I'm Not the Clerk Act. Which I feel was filed out of sheer pettiness. But I shouldn't be saying my opinion on the air. You might be hearing footsteps upstairs. The folks just came home. I was alone in the house for a more billion hours. So we will mute and see what happens. Ah, Chopin. Yeah, my melody. I butchered that. We are waiting. I should read the news of the day from my neck of the woods. It's been a soggy Friday. It fails 110 nothing. Wow. The Historical Structure Act has all but died. HR 22 is up next. The I Am Not the Clerk Act. We're just going straight to vote. I should read what this is all about. I should have read what the other ones are doing. JS nays, JT nays. This bill, I should add, would pretty much do a bunch of things. It says that clerks should use file command, not judges. We got a nay here. Yeah, it says no party should be required to use the court bot. And have evidence, and there's something else too. Koala eyes. Epic abstains. Duck nays. Emperor nays. Atlas and George will nay. Checks will nay. And it fails 181. 182. So, let that be a little PSA to everyone. You're still going to have to file your stuff. But I am lenient. And I might do it for you, so who knows. Okay, we have 2 nays. Okay, we're debating now. And I'm going to mute my mic because someone's coming down. and you're watching FTN. We're still covering the Senate session. We're going to keep me on mute because apparently the folks upstairs bought a new little thing for the singing. It's like a singing toy, I think. And you do not want to hear the awful singing. Apparently Jake has a whip. I am going to go ask him if he does have a whip. I am going... Apparently... But Jake wasn't in the attendance for tonight. I am going to go ask him. I did ask him a couple of days ago that if he was still in the Senate. He said he was. So... Jake is late by proxy. I am going to confirm that he did have a thing. HR 19 from someone. All federal elections will disappoint ranked choice voting. I believe. And ranked choice voting is actually pretty interesting. But it seems like there's a bunch of stuff. I am going to go shut up now because the singing is getting annoying. You are watching FTN. I do apologize for the incident. Apparently, someone broke into the Capitol where we were set up and killed me twice, asking for something. I do not know what happened. Just trying to figure out who. We are back on the air, and I hope that does not happen again. But we shall see regardless. This is FTN. Nope. We do not do that. We do not want to view my important stuff. I've seen better days. I've seen better days. I will say that. I do deeply, deeply apologize for that incident. I do not know what. I believe there's been some votes. As soon as I figure out where we are, I will tell you. Unfortunately, these things happen. We have idiots. Who think they are the absolute shit. This bill, whatever it is, passes 642. $624, I should mention. Sorry about that. Well, I did not miss it. DC Charter. We are voting on the DC Charter. So I did not miss that big one. Senator Warrior will now speak on the charter itself. I should read it to you, but he's speaking, so I'm not going to read the bill to you. As somebody with experience within both D.C. City Council and Deputy Mayor, it is one of the few jobs that does require GM intervention. That being said, both the mayor and current council is advocating that we aye. I feel as though as long as the GMs don't abuse it, then it should be worthy of an aye. I yield. I imagine there is going to be hefty debate on this issue. The DC Mayor, Day Sin, is now on the floor. Hello, Senators. As current mayor, I can say for one, my abilities and the council's current abilities are limited by the current charter. This is very important to get the charter passed as soon as possible. As there is a vacancy and I cannot appoint to fill it. Yes, GMs are mentioned in the charter, what, 7 times? Where the GMs have no interventions of intervening with council affairs, and they never have before. It does not state GMs will intervene, it states with oversight. As long as the DC City Council is not acting out of line, there is no reason for GMs to get involved. It's simple, it's sweet, I urge y'all to pass. And they'll approve as long as it makes sense. I urge the aye, that's all I say, I yield. And send their burger. Well, we'll speak. Alex is trying to be waken up. In the meantime, we will take Chex's remarks. Okay, I have floor. There are some improvements with this, yes. However, it's too static. It refers to GMs for elections when it could instead refer to the FEC, which is still GM, but it would allow for changes in the future without a whole new charter. That's just one static item there. Another that's supposed to be a player-ran government, as have been stated many times. If the GMs don't want something for any reason, they can block it. If you want the players to control how the players operate, we cannot have GM in here so many times. I urge this as nay in favor of a better version that does not refer to GMs constantly. This is a community of players, not a community of the GMs. I yield. Is my mic on? I urge this as nay in favor of a better version that does not refer... Okay, we are on. If this was written by a GM, this is JS speaking, and any changes will require GM approval, this will reduce the control of players over important aspects of DC. That's all I have to say. I yield. Hefty debates. A hefty debate. The mayor is urging an aye. I'm not sure who. I think Warrior urged an aye as well, saying it'd be better and it'd allow people to appoint. But those opposed say it gives GMs just too much power. I want to get a haircut soon. I want to go. Chexberg does have one last motion. Hood DM'd me saying that he wanted to speak on this as the Attorney General. I motion that we give him the floor. JT objects to it, but saying that no one cares. But Download seconds the motion. Godsent objects to it, saying that he disagrees with the motion. As per the standing orders of the Senate, I request additional time and granted to the Attorney General. They're now voting on the motion proper. This is not the actual bill. JT nays. Yes, ayes. Atlas and George nays. JJ nays. Cody ayes. Epic ayes. Koala nays. Duck nays. Nays, nays, nays everywhere. Did we lose the proxy? We lost the proxy. Motion fails. 461 is aye. I second that we vote the motion. Brenda will speak as a GM. JT just wants to get out of here as Brenda hits the podium. It appears that the senators are irritated and just want to vote. And this is a hefty debate and that will impact the councilors that sit in this very chamber, I should add. This is not the Senate's chamber. This is the D.C. City Council's chamber. Benda will go ahead and speak. We will zoom in. You gotta love FTN, capturing these important moments that nobody else will ever capture. WFTN, Washington, D.C. To address the concerns that have been raised, I want to make it abundantly clear on that the GMs have zero intention on intervening with the council. The GMs and City Council and Dev Council have always served as a buffer between the people, he said, people, and the government. We have an obligation to protect the game from bills and other items that would make it unfair or violate Roblox rules. As a bank is being robbed. That is, and we'll say, the extent of any GM involvement. I just want to go home. Name this as you sit in their chamber is short-sighted and will greatly limit the development opportunities that the people want. Strongly worded. I want to see. Strongly encourage you all to eye this and support the ongoing development he yields. Oh boy, I can't wait for any response. Also encourage any questions you have. We might be here a while. The mayor says it was well spent. George motions to vote. This does impact this very chamber. The vote has now begun. As the people are watching, this has been staunchly debated. JT will aye, JS will nay. Warrior motions give George admin. JJ and Cody abstains. Cody abstains as he's DMing someone. Koala and Epic Eyes. Duck Eyes. Atlas Eyes. XD Eyes. Godsend says size. And says GM mentioned should be erased. But eyes anyway. He hopes that the House amends it. Checks will nay. It passes 7-2-2. After hefty debates, it does indeed pass this chamber as Checks just died. As gunshots ring out outside these chambers, Benda will be held in contempt. I sound like a hockey play-by-play announcer as chaos endures inside the chambers. Order is ordered by Emperor as everyone's ordered to sit as we take a live look outside as hell is endured. Gunshots ring out from the outside as Krennic and someone getting involved with Mexico is head. Krennic as we go inside. As JT attempts to go rogue. SRES 2 is now being downloaded, voted on. I can now confirm that Jake has sent a whip for tonight's session. I am able to now confirm that. George Gonstein is now has the floor. He says, Senators, 1 hour ago I presented a resolution called S-Reds 2. It allows us to do the trail votes when we want, not just once a week in-game. I motion to discharge and vote on it. I didn't read. Strongly urges I. While I do have you, there is some breaking news. Austin Boston has been appointed the next archivist of the United States. That from Tactical Rummy, the GM. We will bring you more news on that as we have it. And we now have our next archivist of the United States. As chaos endures in the House chamber, JT holds a taser and nobody has a clue what they're doing. And gunshots rang out in the chamber, in the gallery, as there was a protester. That's not a protester, I do apologize. I just want to leave. Vote already. JT hurries up, says hurry up. Seems like he's in no mood to be here. Accord motions to adjourn. JT seconds, Surge fourths. The motion is heard. JT asks if we are free, and for him to go rogue. As Austin tases. And there's a tase for all. Did we adjourn or not? As the PPT says, sit down. Lovely face, by the way. The Senate is adjourned. As chaos now endures. Look at all that money on the floor. As Tactical Rummy will, in a cat box, I would assume. Benda will be held in contempt and will be deported. As chaos ensues in the now empty chamber, as the DC City Council reclaims their chamber. The DCCC will never allow the Senate to use this again, okay? And that will do it from the graffitied thing, as helicopters ride off to the sunset and people are now departing. Thanks for watching the Senate session right here on FTN, live from the DC City Hall. I am John the Rock Doom. Sid. Good night.